What makes you think that this is Noah's Ark?
Well, we have the word of a photogrammetry expert that this large object is a boat. And also its location on a mountainside at 6,300 feet fits in with the fact that there's only enough water on the planet to increase the sea level to 7,000 feet above present sea level if ice caps and everything were melted down. Also, there's, shall we say, boxcar loads of timbers out there. Donna, I have one right here in front of me.
Okay, let's take a look and let's talk about that to continue our chat here. Tell us what that is.
Well, this is a piece of deck board. We used a subsurface interface radar system to look down through the boat. We were not allowed to do an extensive excavation, which is first choice in archaeology once you feel you've identified something. But anyway, we found tremendous amounts of these timbers, and the Turkish authorities had their people dig this up and allowed me to bring it home to have it analyzed. And it is indeed petrified wood. In particular, it's Peki cypress.
Okay, so that's petrified wood. Now,
Yes.
How are you going to go about dating that, and what kind of analyzation are you going to use to see if that is the Ark?
Well, what archaeologists are required to supply in order to identify a site, Donna, is physical remains, and then if you're fortunate enough to have inscriptions, this is a real plus, and then of course a local tradition. And there's tremendous amounts of physical remains, and there are a great number of inscriptions, and of course this whole story of the Ark landing on Ararat. The location of this boat is 12 miles south of the big mountain. And of course, there's a long-time local tradition that the Ark landed in that area.
Mm-hmm. You know, well-known biblical story. Did you find some animal remains as they were supposed to be on there 2 by 2?
We did. There's a large amount of what's called corpullites by geologists and archaeologists. These are animal droppings that have fossilized. We also found a fossilized antler. Now, the possibility has been brought up that this might be a barn or some other type structure. Antlers are associated with non-domesticated animals. And of course, this tells us that at least one undomesticated animal was on this boat at some point in time. Mm-hmm. And the corpullites that are on there, of course, we can identify the animal by the shape and whatnot of the droppings. Now, we also found something, and I guess if I have a favorite object, it's this. This is a rivet, and it's quite a sophisticated riveting system. It's a washer about approximately 3.5 inches in diameter with a shaft that's a little over 1 inch in diameter, and it's been struck while it's hot, and this splays the end of the shaft out so it cannot slip back through this washer. Now, there are thousands of these on there. These are found in the radar scans.
Mm-hmm. I need to go on for just a moment.
Sure.
I guess I don't need to tell you, of course, that you do have some critics. We had a story last Friday,
Sure.
And also a scientist at Los Alamos National Laboratory in New Mexico who analyzed the artifact says that there's no way that they are pieces of the Ark. And one of the critics in a report that we had on Friday says that he doesn't think that it's anything more than a rock formation, and that perhaps you've been watching too many Indiana Jones movies.
Well, I do like Indiana Jones movies. Now, the gentleman, since you didn't mention his name, I will just say that perhaps he didn't want his name mentioned. But we have, shall we say, hours of footage of this individual saying this is indeed Noah's Ark. Now, I have a little problem with somebody that says, yes, there's even intervaled metal readings on there. He actually himself found a right-angled iron bracket, and we have him on video identifying this as a right-angled iron bracket. And he took it to Los Alamos National Laboratories and had it analyzed, and we have the results of that. It was 91% pure ferric oxide. So
all right.
I don't have any problem with critics. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, but I hate to see them doing a 180.
All right, we need to take a break here, but we will come back. And if you'd like to ask Explorer Ronald Wyatt a question about Noah's Ark, you can give us a call, 404-221-0218.